So Bitcoin had its most important day, in my opinion, yesterday, probably the most important day we've had all of 2022. And that is because for the first time in a long, long time, we saw buyers really step into the market to support the price of Bitcoin. Buyers do not step into the market unless they really see that this is a true good value in any asset class. So when the CPI data came up and it was more than what was forecasted, it was 9.1% was the inflation rate, and we had a huge, huge sell-off. And even this is on an hourly chart, but I remember looking at this live, and you could even just go on a 15-minute chart, and you can just see within 15 minutes, and it was actually just a matter of minutes, some person or some group of people dumped an absolute crap ton of Bitcoin and it fell by 4.5%. What amazed me the most is that all of crypto started dipping. Every single crypto, every single altcoin was just starting to get slammed. But you had a very, very short window to actually make some very, very good profits on some shorts before the market quickly showed that it was getting support. And quickly we found support coming in at around that 19K. So Bitcoin will have an enormous amount of support between that 20K to 19K. Yes, we've always talked about there being support between 20 to 18K, but now we've really got some confirmation, because for this to be eroded, this massive dump to be eroded in about, what is that? That's in about 9 hours and 45 minutes. That is strength. That is smart money really pumping up the price, coming in to support the market, because they could have left this thing to dump and it easily would have broken 17.5K, but it did not. Got in, found support. So look for Bitcoin to have significant support at that 19K and that 18K. But for now, 19 to 20K will be Bitcoin's major support level. We also had very, very good volume on the 13th of July with just over 200K units of Bitcoin going. Notice how the volume has really started to ramp up since that big volume day on the 8th of July. So again, if you watch my previous videos, I'll link them in the top. I spoke about 8th of July was a really, really bad day for Bitcoin because we had over 400K worth of Bitcoin, units of Bitcoin traded in the day, and it closed with just a spread of negative 0.14%. So that means that all the sellers just came in, not enough to support the market, and it was time for cheaper prices. And I knew we were going to test the 50% and potentially break it at around 20 grand, and we did. Then, of course, we got the support coming in and we closed above the 50%. Now we're finding support on the trend beautifully, and it's looking like Bitcoin finally might start be ready to make some higher highs. We have higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, and higher highs. So we're starting to see a bit more of an uptrend happening with Bitcoin. Of course, these are still uncertain times and the market likes to play tricks on us, but for now, we can rest assured that buyers have come in to support the price of Bitcoin. Ethereum's in a slightly more stronger position because it's actually on the 50% at the moment at around that $1,080. Whereas if you have a look at Bitcoin, you saw that it was actually under the 50% at the moment, finding support at the trend. So Ethereum at the moment is in a more overall stronger position, but very similar to Bitcoin, buyers came to support the market and really did show their strength for the demand for crypto. So crypto is definitely still here. There's no problems with crypto. If we have a look at USDT, dominance, we saw a huge down day. This was going down and down and down throughout the day. And then we had the big drop in Bitcoin. This automatically shot back up before immediately coming back down, closing on under the 50%. Now we do have a day where it is going above the 50%. So I'll be really interested to see where USDT dominance lands on this 50%. Of course, USDT can be a bit of a messy chart. So what I like to do is you can actually have a look at USDC, and you can actually see this looks a lot more cleaner. And you can see as well, there's your down day when smart money came to support the market, and now we're sitting on the 50%. So again, we have to see where this comes and sits. Right now, battling at 50% at 6.42% dominance. That's for USDC. But what about the altcoins? Well, let's have a look at some altcoins. Now, I want to be clear when I say this, there's actually pretty much all of them were winners because all of them got some sort of support. The difference is what got the most support and what didn't get much support. And this is where you really see the winners and the losers. The biggest winner by far was probably Arweave, in my opinion. Again, this is on a daily, and you can see Arweave rose by 17%, more than 17% in the day alone on very, very healthy volume. You know how much I've been hyped up about Arweave ever since it showed its strength on the 30th of June, coming with high volume to support the market, and that confirmation on the 1st of July as well. I was talking about Arweave around this region, and it ended up really exceeding expectations, especially in this market conditions. However, we might have hit a boiling point in these market conditions. If this was a bull market, I would say Arweave is looking fantastic and we're going to get to higher highs. However, we are still technically in a bear market. So anytime the buyers have also come in to support this price, there will definitely be some profit taking as we did start to break that one mark from those tops. And now we have to see where we'll find support. If we continue to grind out in the side to side, similar how we did here, we will eventually break through. But again, just because it's a bear market, it has me a little bit worried with Arweave and where it's going to go. If it was a bull market, I'd be definitely saying, get it. This thing looks like it's ready for another run. But at the moment, I'm just a little bit careful with market conditions the way they are. The next one is Matic. I talked about this crypto as well. This one is another one that came up really, really strong in yesterday's support. So again, very, very similar to Arweave. Very, very big spread in the bar. So you're seeing a massive 19+% increase in the price. Above average volume here, you can see but unfortunately we are getting some people who are taking profits, and you can see just how much resistance there are. These are the market conditions. These cryptos aren't going to run away in a matter of weeks or days, unfortunately. If it was a bull market, again, Matic would look like a winner because it's just so ahead of the rest. But unfortunately, it's a bear market, and I have to call it like I see it. When you see things like that, it's just like take your profits, be happy with your 10, 15, 20%, whatever it may be, and just start seeing what's in store next. Next up is CRV. This one I've been talking about on my channel throughout 2022. It's been a bit of an inconsistent player, but yesterday was a really, really good day. Again, a massive almost 20% increase in price. Big spread in the bar, above average volume as well. But again, very similar to Matic and Arweave, you're seeing the tops start to become resistance, and now we're getting a bit of a pullback. We have to see how much of a pullback this is. If we can find some sort of support at the 7.5 mark, around that 93 cents, or call it 94 cents, unless we have to come back and test this 50% at about 80 cents. We don't want to see that. We want to see these things pushing for higher highs and breaking through their one marks, which is here. But for now, we have to wait and see CRV going above this one mark at $1.07. Next up, that is really, really good, was Uniswap. Uniswap has been very, very good ever since it really started to show a significant strength, coming back from the 18th of June, and really never having to test this support for a very long time, which is fantastic to see. You will see other cryptos that are finding support or breaking their support from this area, which was the last crash we had. Then again, very similar, high volume. You can see, look at that. That's huge volume, above its 50%, only touching it very, very few times. Big spread, 10+% in the day, very, very good volume. So look for Uniswap to do it. But again, you're going to see Uniswap, even though we're up in the day, look for this part to become resistance at around that $6.60 mark, unfortunately. The next crypto that looked really, really good is CVX. This one actually increased almost 20% in the day as well. You really saw the support come in at the 50% here and really put in a huge gain in the day as well. Again, big spreads, big volume coming, not breaking past its 50%. There is a bit of a reversal happening at the moment, unfortunately, so we want to see where this ends up closing by the end of the day. Still got another 12 hours left to play out. Now, let's get through some of the weak cryptos to see how we are going. The first one up that is weak is actually Polkadot. Polkadot is really, really weak. So again, your crash came in on the 13th of July. We ended up really breaking this key area of support, unfortunately, at around that $6.35 mark. And I mean, Polkadot has really, really struggled because it still did not put in a massive gain. I showed you several cryptos that were doing more than 15%, close to 20%, big volume, big spreads. Look at Polkadot, guys, 3% yesterday. That's all it was able to do. A very, very low spread. You still got some decent volume coming in at the market to support it, but it's just the fact that it broke this level, the fact that it has a very low spread means absolutely stay away. Do not get Polkadot. Let's have a look at Cardano. Cardano is the next one. Again, there's your support coming in on the 18th of July here, and you can see, unfortunately, breaking it. Did get some good support on the 13th of July again, but similar to Polkadot, only a 5% spread in the bar, which is really not what you want. Again, you want more than that. You want 15%. You really want to see the buyers coming in to support the market. Why did the smart money buy Arweave, Matic, CRV, Uniswap, but they did not come in to support Cardano as much as there's other projects? You don't know. We don't know. That's why you look at volume, you look at the spread, and that tells you a lot of where the support came from and which cryptos got that support and which did not. And unfortunately, Cardano did not. It's not to say you always won't get support, but for now, the support is definitely not there. So steer very, very clear away from Cardano. Next up is Illuvium. You can see this has just been an absolute catastrophe of a downtrend. This is a very, very weak crypto, Illuvium. It is a gaming crypto, so gaming cryptos are always huge on YouTube, but just be careful with this one. Maybe support will come, but again, very similar to the previous cryptos, only up 5% in the spread. You got above average volume, which is good, but I mean, just respect how bad of a downtrend there is here. And you really, really want to be careful with this one. Next up is Serum. This is another crypto that you should be careful of a little bit. It's actually pulled ahead quite a bit. It actually put in a 13+% in the day. However, this is one of the more poorer cryptos that generally underperforms. And you can see that the low came in on the 5th of July before these big volume bars started to come in. So be careful with Serum. Serum is just one to look out for to see how it plays out, and that I'm keeping on my watch list because this could be one to short potentially if we see further weakness come into the market. Another weak one is actually Veracity. This is another one that is quite weak. I'll link my Veracity video up top as well for you guys to watch that out if you want to. But again, very similar. There's your support on the 4th of July. There's your support from the 13th of July. So a lot of cryptos found support here. This did not. Made a lower low on the 4th of July and making another low on the 13th of July. Very, very narrow spread, 0.74%, guys. Not even 1% spread with above average volume. It means that no one really cared about this crypto. They've just left it. So be very, very careful with Veracity. Next up, I know a lot of people will be asking about this one, Solana. Solana did get some support. Again, not the most support, but nothing bad, I would say. You can see here, there's your spread, just about 7% almost, not the most. You got above average volume, but we did close above the 50% at around $34.39. So we'll have to see how it plays out with Solana. Again, we are dipping below the 50% at the moment. So we want to see where we close. As long as we get the higher high, we're still in an uptrend. Let's have a look at GALA. This is another one that's been weak. There's your support from the 18th of June, support from the 13th of June, and from the 12th of May, broke it, resistance. And this is another one that I've been shorting and making some money from. A big shout out to actually AVAX. AVAX has actually done very, very well. Yesterday, it actually put in a very healthy 12% increase, but this is a crypto that has absolutely bled ever since the lunar collapse happened, unfortunately. Just being tied to that collateral and things like that has really put AVAX in a bad light, unfortunately. But I'm just waiting for the support to come in for AVAX because I still think it's an amazing project and has an amazing management team. And you can still see that finally we're starting to get some good volume bars. We did go above the 50% before coming back down, but we did get a lot of volume coming into the market, supporting it at 12%. And we're seeing on our 50% at the moment. So we have to see how we go. And lastly, just to finish it off, Bitcoin dominance is still struggling at its 50%. It's still struggling to sometimes it gets over there, sometimes it's getting there, but we're starting to see definitely a trading range start to occur here, a bit of a churning side here. So we'll have to see where Bitcoin goes. Ideally, we want to see this go up because at least that shows crypto is in still a relatively good strength. If Bitcoin's in good strength, then the alts will be in good strength shortly thereafter. So pay attention to Bitcoin dominance at around that 44% mark if we can get over there and stay above there for a few days, because lately we've been poking our head above before coming back down. So hopefully we can get some good news coming. So let me know what your thoughts are with the crypto market. Do you think we're going to get another low, or do you think this is it? 17K was the low. Let me know in the comment section below. But until then, everyone, stay safe and I will catch you on the next video.